Now, I'm obviously going to be focusing on Solana because I really believe Solana has got the momentum, it has got the user base, and a lot of people are trading on Solana. So these are the Dexscreener filters that you are supposed to be using. So rule number one, step number one, when you go to dexscreener.com, right, just simply click on the preferred blockchain you would love to explore, and in this case I'm going to be exploring Solana. So Solana has been clicked. Right now we are supposed to be choosing, or rather going to the filters, because as it is right now, it's very overwhelming. There's a lot of information that is not relevant to me. So in order for me to become a successful meme trader, right, I need to get in early. I need to find projects that have got the potential to blow up, and meme coins that are just about to take off. They are pretty much undervalued, hopefully sub 1 million market cap. So the ideal value or the ideal entry is for you to get in below 500,000 US dollars as a market cap. So in order for you to find them, you're not going to find them using these default filters because there's a lot of irrelevant stuff. So if you take a look at this one, for example, Porters, right? The age is 16 hours. So one of the metrics that you have to look at, or rather the filters that you have to customize, are age, transaction, volume, market cap, and liquidity as well, because these are the things that are going to separate you from everybody else. So now let's proceed. Let's go to the filters and pick the best. So liquidity, we need to have about 20,000 US dollars. The reasons why we're putting these filters is so that we can separate a lot of crap from the good stuff, because there's a lot of shit coins that are there. There's a lot of rugs, so you need to avoid rugs, and you also need to avoid the non-serious projects. So by putting these filters in, you're going to be saving yourself a lot of time, a lot of stress, and a lot of losses as well. So number one, liquidity, as a minimum you put 20,000 US dollars, because obviously if a project has got 20,000 US dollars as part of its liquidity, you are supposed to be looking at it very seriously. The market cap, I usually put 30,000, because all the good projects are going to be above 30,000 the time that you discover them. You're not really going to get in below 30,000 unless you guys are basically buying everything. Okay, so with the FDV, just avoid that. Now this is a very important part, the pair age. Okay, so I usually put 2 hours because I want to get in early. So a lot of you guys who've been asking me, how I find them early, this is what I do. So make sure the pair edge is 2 hours, because you don't want to invest in something which you are already disadvantaged with, and it has already blown up for the past 24 hours. You're probably going to let, yes, to be late. Yes, there might be situations where it continues pumping like the way Lucy did, but you get the best odds when you get in as early as possible. Okay, so when you talk about the 24-hour transactions, right, I usually go for 2,000. Okay, remember, here we are going to be separating our filters, or rather the results, by 2 hours. So within 2 hours, I need to invest in a meme coin that has had already 2,000 transactions. Having 2,000 transactions is a very serious result, and it's a very serious indication that something is happening with that blockchain. However, a lot of people already know, a lot of scammers already know the type of filters that we're using. So whenever we make these videos, scammers are out there. They're going to be, putting their whatever trading bots volume fake stuff to be 2,000 transactions per hour, because they're going to be looking at what people look at. So this is one of the reasons why you always have to be evolving your strategies, and you should always adjust. Okay, so 24 transaction volume should be at $2,000. And it's going to be limited by 2 hours. Okay, so this 2,000 is not necessarily going to be for 24-hour trading volume. It's just going to be for the existence of that particular meme coin that you are trading. Okay, so the next one that I really love looking at, so just avoid these other ones. These other ones are irrelevant, and we're looking for the 24-hour volume as well. So the buys are not necessarily important. So the 24-hour volume, I usually love putting it at $20,000 US. Or if you really want to separate the bad stuff from the good stuff, just put 30,000 US, because 30,000 is a bare minimum, and this 30,000 can also be used by fake bots and all that stuff. So at least 30,000, there's going to be a little bit of seriousness. Okay, so the 6-hour transactions, we just forget about that. We forget about these other things as well. Oh, let me also explain something. Remember, we spoke about the market cap, right? So our max should definitely be, let's put 500, and let's try putting 2 million US, because sometimes very good coins pump to a million very, very fast. Okay, and a lot of scams fail to go beyond 600 million US. So let's just put it at a million. Okay, so anything below a million is going to be highlighted, but you have to be very careful, and you have to understand. So later on in the future, I'm going to put market cap as 600,000, because I really believe beyond 600,000 you can barely get a lot of rag pulls. So 30,000, between 30,000 to 1 million, you're also going to get a lot of bad coins, a lot of rag pulls there. But this is one of the reasons why you have to do some other due diligence as well. So I hope you guys are able to see what's on my screen. These are the best filters for the best results. Okay, but when we get these results, right, you still have to do further probing. You still have to do some further research. So the liquidity is at 20,000 US, market cap minimum 30,000 US to a million. Then 24-hour transaction should be around 2,000. So if we want to bump it up a lot, we can even go to 3,000. That's perfectly fine. The 24 volume should be minimum 30,000. And yeah, let's try and apply and see what type of results we are going to get. So as you can see right now, the results are way cleaner and it's way much better. Okay, so like this, just keep on refreshing and just keep on staring the screen, because you're going to see a lot of different ones already pop up. So now we have a very clean interface, and we have very few results, or rather projects to look at, because we have already filtered 99 or rather 95% of the bullshit. So there's also some other stuff in here. So what you have to do is, because you're working with time, just open new tabs and then figure out what is happening with these guys, and do your quick research. Do first of all is filter them by the highest volume, the hierarchy based on the highest volume, because obviously, more volume means more potential. Okay, so right now, the first one, my priority is going to be Rzak, RZACK, Retagio Zak. So number one, I already know that Retagio Zak is a derivative of Retagio. So Retagio was a coin that blew up a while back. And just right off of this, right, it is clear for me to understand that, this project is not going to go anywhere, because there's no originality. So like, the more you guys are going to be in these trenches, the more you guys are going to be active investing in meme coins, you're going to know what's going to be popping. You're going to know the meta. The meta is just basically, the topic and the niche of meme coins that are doing very well at a particular time. So this is one of the reasons why, just from the name, I'm able to know that this is not going to go anywhere. So if you take a look at the transactions, we've got about 14,848. So the transactions right now, and the volume is about 1.9. The transactions are good, but this can also be fake, because there can be just people selling amongst bots selling to each other, etc. So we have to do some further probing. So what we need to do right now is we need to find the ticker. Okay, should be this one. So what are we going to be looking out for? We're going to be looking out for, number one, the chart. Okay, so it was how old is this project? So this project is only 1 hour old. Okay, so which is good. So we already know that we cannot instantly go in, because we have to wait for analysis. Because you guys think you do not need to understand technical analysis, you do need to understand technical analysis as well, and you need to know a few rules about technical analysis. Okay, so Let's check out some other data. Number one, this token is meant to read such type of data. Okay, so already this is a no-go. Okay, so you just get rid of this because Dexscreener is already telling you the red flags already. So get rid of that. Let's look at another project. Okay, and Canvas has got 1.7 million volume. It has got transactions 9,668, 1 hour old. That's the market cap. The liquidity is right over there. So if you take a look at the average liquidity, even if we had to put above 30,000 US dollars, would still get some decent amount of results. Okay, so Canvas is having this. So let's take a look at Canvas and see what we are dealing with. Okay, so that's how the chart is. And if you take a look at the performance of the chart, right? Take a look at this. Within 1 hour, it has already pumped and people are already starting to exit. So there are no red flags when it comes to, you know, Dexscreener giving us a heads up. There's nothing. So we have to further probe. We look at the website. Okay. We also take a look at the Twitter as well to figure out what is happening. So right from the get-go, right, this one says well, you can also use other tools like Twitter check so that you can see whether this Twitter account has been used multiple times. So there are also other ways of getting to figure out you know, who owns the Twitter page, how old is it, has it been reused, you know, because the more it has been reused, it's probably being used by scammers. So right now there's nothing that stands out here. It's a pretty basic stuff. You know, so to me, I really believe this thing won't really go anywhere. So this is basically a canvas, as it says. I don't know whether you guys really like this idea, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm not going to invest in this. So we go back to Solana Dexscreener. We check out the other one. This one has got 691. The transactions are 4,000. The makers are 1,429, and this is the current market cap. So just from the get-go, by the way, these guys have also boosted it. So when they boost it, this zigzag thing right over here is showing a paid ad. So when they do the boosting, right, it's obviously going to receive some sort of investments, and you know, there's going to be some artificial holders coming through, so you have to take note of that. So let's go to Aquatan and see what is happening. So do we have any red flags coming through from thing? No red flags at the moment. Well, based on Dexscreener here, there's nothing. So let's take a look at the website. We also take a look at the Twitter page as well. So this one is what's this now? And you know, sometimes when it comes to meme coins, right, you might not necessarily get it right there and then, because there is just a lot of hidden stuff happening. Yeah, so it's very difficult for you to sometimes get everything, and then you're most likely going to be getting rid of a potential good coin. So this one is probably in Chinese. It's being pushed by the Chinese people, so we do not know anything about Chinese. But one thing I know for sure is maybe it might pump. So you have to do some further probing. You know, you give it some time and you see where the retracement is going to go, because most of the times, if a coin retraces that much and if it goes below this area, especially the initial area before the pump, right before we had this pump right over here, and when the retracement comes back to this level and it goes below it, there's a high chance it's never going to come back. So now let's say, for example, theoretically speaking, you like this project, right? All you got to do is click on the link and then go to Solana. By the way, also check out the Twitter page as well. Use tweet checker so that you can see, you know, a lot of information about the Twitter page, because if it's a lot of scammers, they usually tend to reuse a page, and then you can also use some other metrics as well. So right now I'm just focusing on Dexscreener. So right now let's go to Solscan. We see what is happening to the blockchain contract for that particular page. So you go to Solscanner, you take a look at you know, how many holders are available and what is happening. because you can use it in conjunction with Dexscreener. So as you can see right over here, there's around 408. Remember, this amount can be made up of scammers accounts as well. So usually I love investing in projects that have got way above 2,500 or even 3,000, close to 4,000 holders. When you have more than 4,000 holders, it's a little bit much more secure for you. So the token holders really matter as well. So as the price continues to increase, you should also check the holders, the number of holders, and usually coins that have got more than 4,000 holders, especially after the first 3 hours, they usually tend to do very well. So yeah, as you can see, right, with those filters, I was able to, see what's already about to pop and all that good stuff. So if you take a look at these coins that have really boosted, right, there's this one which has got 500 boost and it still hasn't pumped. It's been around for 47 minutes and it still hasn't done very well. So you already know that that is obviously not a good project. Okay, this one has got 100 boost, it's still at 60k. So these are things that you're going to notice immediately without even probing everything. You can just look at the data. If a token is more than 1 hour and it has already marketed itself, it has already advertised, and still there's no results, it's still below 500,000, because a very good project after 1 hour with a boost of 500 or 100, it should be trading at 2 million market cap. So then you know that that's a good project. Okay, so these are the things that you are supposed to be looking out for in case you want to be a successful meme trader.
You have already seen my impressive track record, and right now I am giving you a massive discount with regards to joining our trading group where we trade meme coins. And on average, we have been making 300x monthly gains. And that's pretty crazy. And trust me, it's going to get crazier as we approach the apex of the bull market. We also invest in altcoins. We usually make about 100 to 200% return on investment. And we have got many activities. We have live trading sessions via group calls, so everybody is part of the cabal. We also have trading lessons where we teach you on how to become a professional with regards to finding an edge when it comes to trading these markets, because this is a player versus player type of environment, because a lot of people are out there to get your money. So remember, be part of our cabal. Let's make money investing in meme coins and just basically be able to retire filthy rich. So remember, it's only going to be $20 per month. Unfortunately, you have to pay for the whole year, which is going to cost you $240 in total. Now that is a massive discount.